Every week, I sit down and write this podcast and our email newsletter. I spend real time on it, thinking, drafting, editing, recording, and then some more editing. Some weeks it flows, some weeks it's a grind. Either way, it goes out. Here's what I don't do. I don't ask you to pay for it. Most of you I've never met. You found this show somewhere along the way and decided to stick around. Thank you, by the way. So why do I keep doing it? Because I believe that if I keep showing up and delivering something useful, it comes back. Not from any specific person, not in any specific way, not in any specific timeline. It just comes back. And that belief has paid off throughout my entire life, sometimes showing up at times I never expected. A quick recap where we've been so far in this Build Your Network series. We've covered why most networking fails, how to treat your network as a real asset, the 3 types of relationships every strong network needs, and we alerted you to download the Build Your Network Workbook from the link in the show notes that covers all the things in this series. Today, we're getting into the part people find a little uncomfortable, an honest look at what you're putting into your relationships versus what you're taking out. In episode 1, we introduced Adam Grant's framework from Give and Take, the idea that people fall into 3 categories: givers, takers, and investors. Today, we go deeper into what that looks like in practice because most people think they're givers, but they really aren't. Grant's research, built from interviews with 30,000 people across industries and cultures, found that givers dominate both ends of the success spectrum. The ones on the bottom give indiscriminately, burning out with nothing to show for it. The ones at the top give strategically and consistently, playing the long game most people don't have the patience for. Takers cluster in the middle short term. But here's what Grant found about takers over time. In tightly connected fields, their reputations catch up with them faster than they expect. He calls it the taker tax. When people get burned by a taker, they share that information quietly, efficiently, and widely. Doors close. Introductions stop happening. The network that seemed to be working suddenly isn't. And most takers never see it coming because they were too focused on what they were extracting to notice what they were burning. David Nour adds a useful dimension to this in his book, Relationship Economics. He says the investor is the one most people miss. Investors give with intention. They're not just generous, they're paying attention. They notice what people need. They make the connection before being asked. They show up consistently, not just when it's convenient. And they build something that compounds quietly over years. Here's an example that might make you a little uncomfortable. Think about your professional references, the people you call when you need a recommendation letter or a word put in on your behalf. When did you reach out to them for any other reason? Most people's answer lands somewhere between a while ago and I genuinely can't remember. And yet, the moment a job search starts or an opportunity surfaces, the email goes out. Hi, I know it's been a while. I'm pursuing something new, and I was hoping you'd be willing to serve as a reference. They say yes because they're good people. You get what you need, then silence until the next time. Nobody does this on purpose. It's not malicious. It's just what happens when life gets busy and relationships go quiet. But from the outside, it looks exactly like taking, because it is. Now let's flip this. Twice a year, you send those same people something genuinely useful, an article relevant to their world, a connection that might help them, a quick note saying you were thinking about them. No ask, just a deposit. When you eventually need that reference, the dynamic is completely different. They're happy to hear from you. The ask feels natural because the relationship stayed alive. And here's the bonus. People who feel genuinely valued are far more likely to recommend you without being asked at all. Giving builds references, taking just uses them. Here's a simple audit worth running right now. Think of the last 5 times you reached out to someone in your network. For each one, were you depositing or withdrawing, offering something or asking for something? Now flip it. Think about the last 5 times someone reached out to you. Did it feel like a relationship or a transaction? Those 2 questions tell you almost everything about the health of your network and your reputation inside of it. Here are 3 moves you can make to turn yourself into a great investor. 1. Stay in motion with your references. Reach out twice a year with something of value, no ask. When you eventually need them, it feels like a conversation between friends rather than a cold transaction. Number 2, make introductions before you're asked. When two people in your network should know each other, connect them. Pure deposit, costs 5 minutes. Number 3, close the loop. Got the reference? Send a note. Got the introduction? Circle back and tell them how it went. Most people never do this. It's one of the easiest ways to stand out. Now here's your move this week. Run the deposit withdrawal audit on your 5 most important relationships, not your whole network, just 5. For each one, ask honestly, when did I last give something with no ask attached? If any of those relationships shows nothing but withdrawals in recent memory, pick one and make a deposit this week. 1 deposit per dormant relationship. That's it. Download the Build Your Network Workbook from the link in the show notes. It has all these questions and workspace to answer them. Takers win the quarter. Investors win the decade. In the next episode, we get specific. The 4 types of deposits that matter most, and what it looks like when someone's been making them consistently for a long time. Your move.